So I'd invite our next submitter to the table, Adele Geradts, and there's a written submission on the hub. Adele, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for letting me be here today and have a few moments of your time. My name is Adele Geradts. My husband and I are the owner-operators of Armageddon Expo. In general, events fit into many of Christchurch's identified community outcomes, including celebrating identity, valuing the voices of all cultures and ages, vibrant and thriving city centre and sustainable suburban centres. I want to encourage the City Council to support events of all kinds, not just mine, but all kinds of events returning to the city in as many different ways as possible with the annual plan. I've been in the events industry for 25 years, and for the last 13 years in Christchurch, we have had shows through the financial crisis in 2008 and through the earthquake years. We consistently held shows in Christchurch even though the earthquakes made it difficult. I've never seen anything as destructive for events as COVID-19. The event sector is still struggling badly despite the fact we're now at level 1. Our events can only operate under level 1, and there is uncertainty in the market over changing back up the alert levels at short notice. There is not any event cancellation insurance that covers the event industry for COVID-19, nor is there any dedicated government packages beyond the wage subsidy or loans for events. Events have a positive economic impact on the city. Our Christchurch Expo in the past has brought people from New Zealand and Australia to Christchurch. When people are visiting Christchurch, they're spending money on accommodation, food, hospitality and other tourist activities while they're here for events. The events industry and tourism are strongly linked. All events share similar costs: venue, production costs, staffing, advertising, marketing. But the main challenges within the next 2 years for the event industry will be a lack of funding from sponsorships and from exhibitors. This will affect what events can spend and where they spend their budgets. And that has a flow-on impact on businesses within Christchurch as well. Christchurch needs to be an affordable and competitive place to host events. While money is always useful to events via event funding, so too is promotional support via advertising and marketing, so people know events are on. Flexible or reduced rates on venue hire can all make Christchurch more appealing to the events industry in general. Please consider supporting events in as many ways as possible within the annual plan at whatever rate rise you need to make sure that events can keep happening and that people can enjoy coming to Christchurch. And I've run out of time, sorry.
Thank you. Well, that was perfectly timed to cover the 3 minutes that was available. We might have time just for one question, if there is one. Tim.
Yeah, thank you. With regards to we've got Christchurch NZ and V-Base, which you'll both be connected with. How do you find them to work with compared to the rest of New Zealand? Because I see on your information, and I should remind my councillors, the fellow councillors, that these guys are Christchurch based, but their events are national. So this is a very rare couple we've got here. So how do you find them?
In all honesty, I have had a lot more support from the Wellington City venue, from the Wellington City Council. Just recently they announced a package that events could apply to for promotional support. Within 7 days we had an agreement and we're getting $20,000 for advertising support in 14 days.
Wow.
So this is a COVID...
compared to Christchurch?
Compared to Christchurch, there's no packages like that I've seen available at all. The only support we have had from Christchurch, I think through the tourism side of it, was up to $5,000 for accounting, basically, so we could get a cash flow budget done so that we could apply for a business loan to help us through the tough times. And loans are great. Look, loans are fabulous, low interest, all well and good.
Not the loan.
But in reality, $20,000 to spend on advertising in Wellington means more people are going to go to that Wellington show, and not just from the Wellington region, but from further afield as well.
Which we saw in your documentation.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
All right, look, thank you very much indeed for joining us and for the submission this morning. That's good to hear from you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for your time.